New always talking shit show.
Yeah, yo.
Hello.
What's good with you, my guy?
It's your boy Talkin.
It's your boy King Magic.
It's another episode of the Always Talking Shit Show.
I got no little applause for you, you know what I'm saying? I was waiting for this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, come on, man. Don't worry. Dog, you so worried about what I'm doing. I got it.
Like, here you go.
Podcast,
like, you always
nigga.
want to keep, here you go.
Damn.
Nigga.
Stop, nigga, relax. Stop trying to control everything. You don't gotta be a control freak, bro. Are you a control freak? Well, nigga, you're not controlling me, nigga. I'm not your woman or your children, nigga. Alright? Don't be trying to control me.
Control the fucking room.
That don't happen often, nigga.
You see? That's why I became a rapper. MC is what? Master of ceremony, moving the crowd. That's
allegedly
control freak.
Allegedly. All MCs don't have that.
Well, I do.
Well, nigga, this ain't a rap show. We're not at a concert. And I'm not, no, ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying, bro? Don't worry. I got it. I got me, my nigga. What's good, though? How your week been, nigga? How you last couple of days? What's been popping with you?
My shit. Same shit, different day.
What's new, man? I see you back in action, man. What's popping?
Back in action of what?
On the sticks, man. On the thing.
Nah, I'm still developing some shit.
Okay.
I haven't, officially played any fucking thing. I have very little interest in that shit right now. I don't even know why. But if I'm not working on my shit, I'm not even on that shit.
Makes sense. It makes a lot of sense to me. You know what I mean? So, and not even on no anti-game shit. I'm just talking about just on some it's that time. You know what I mean? It's that time, my guy. Before we started the show, man, we was talking about your boy Brian.
Who?
His name Brian Flores.
Brian Flores.
What do you feel about the lawsuit? Real quick, for those that don't know, former Miami Dolphins coach is suing the NFL and about 3 different NFL teams for basically being what we all know them to be, and that's racist. There's no way.
You always talk.
Naturally, all the coaches in the NFL are white. All the teams are white. Yeah, like all of them. You feel me? There's no way. And hey, the boy Nick Wright had a great analogy. He was just like, you know what? I'm not even about to make this that hard. He said, ladies and gentlemen, picture the NHL. He said, picture the NHL, and then wake up one day, and 98% of the coaches in the NHL are black people. You're naturally going to stop and be like, wait.
Considering there's only 5 or 6 black players.
Well, it's probably 20, but
5 or 6 known.
No, I don't care, nigga. Just 20. It's about 1,000 players in that bitch, nigga. 20 of them, niggas. 20 niggas. So think about that. And all the coaches it's kind of like I be telling my friends when I'll be like, bro, don't tell me about no racism shit. Imagine your parents dropping you off at school, and all the adults at the school were black, minus a ball coach, a janitor, and a lady in the front office. If you're not prepared, if you haven't been groomed for that, and no white person in America has since they've been here, why would you be comfortable with that shit? The only people that's comfortable with that shit is black people and other minorities that was forced to assimilate into this culture. You know what I mean? I don't think white people are often the only white person in the room unless they choose to be. Get your shit. Yeah.
I feel like I fucking pinched a nerve in my back, nigga. I had to get up.
I ain't mad, bro. That shit looks serious. My bad. Hang in there, buddy. Hey, one thing I hate, man, is back issues, bro. And Lord knows I be having them.
I'm spending too much fucking time in this chair.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Better light.
You know what I'm saying?
Chair that kind of recline a little bit.
Should be whack, man. But yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. It wasn't nothing important though. It wasn't nothing important.
Yeah, I was talking about fucking racism in football.
Yeah, man. Back to that. That's just is this like I was telling you off air. Like I just start giving these niggas a chance. I just start watching football and not thinking about Cap every play, feeling like I'm selling my boy out. Like man, like thinking these niggas wouldn't even ride for Cap. And now I want to get back to not even management because we know what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception, and now I see why Deion Sanders has so much trouble with the league, right? Because you see the kind of man he is. Fam, the only football players, the only NFL players that are going to criticize the NFL and tell the truth and support this man are NFL players that are no longer in the NFL. Guys on TV getting jobs, getting checks, guys on their little, social media accounts where they're not. But there's not going to be too many dudes cashing NFL checks that's going to put their nuts on the table and be like, enough is enough. It's foul. I mean, I just like looking at the writings on the wall. Shout out to Tom Brady, but I'll never forget that MAGA hat and those smirk comments, nigga, and shit you were saying, nigga, in the summer of Trump. Nobody called you on that. Yeah, they call you the GOAT, football player, all that, whatever. God bless you. Keem look and read things on his own, like, you know what I'm saying? So you're talking about a league where that happened. All these dudes got something nice to say about Cap now. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers, all of them came out, oh, man, yeah, But they wouldn't. So you can't even count on your white male counterpart, your teammates, to hold you down in that sport. And I played football growing up and shit like that, like everybody else. Like, I like football, but it's something about the caliber of character of black men in the NFL that continuously in 2022 allows this type of shit to happen. Because, dog, what would happen to the NFL? See, the NFL is crazy. It's different than the NBA, right? It's low-key more exclusive. Even though it's easier to make because there's more bodies being disposable. But how many teams is it in the league? I mean, you only play, whatever, it don't even matter. You're only playing 17.
32 teams.
You're playing 17 times. You have 17 opportunities to get paid in the season.
Yep.
NBA players are playing 82 games in the regular season. Major League Baseball, what, like 160?
182.
Or some shit. Come on, bro. So, non-guaranteed contracts. I get why.
And soccer, you talking about soccer? Soccer has like no off season.
There's the season.
Like, there's
it don't
so
stop.
many different tournaments
Season
they
don't
play
stop,
in,
bro.
nigga. There's no
And there's so many different leagues.
Soccer, nigga.
And they do that loan shit where they can loan play. Nah,
Yeah.
man, that shit don't stop, nigga.
Right, nigga. Ain't no
So,
off
because if you balling in your team season over, you still hooping. You still means you still
gonna
playing
play
somewhere
for
else.
another team in another league. That's got.
So when I get the shit that's against them, right? But I'm just like, fam, if just every Negro that made the Pro Bowl this year was like, oh,
We ain't playing.
we're not playing in a Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl would be trash.
This ain't disrespecting my team that drafted me or signed me to a contract. Fuck that, man. We're
It's
not
an
playing. I'm not
all-star
playing
game.
in a Pro Bowl, man, because the league could do something. What they're showing is that Alex Goodell has no power here. How you gonna make the dude that's hired by the people that he's at odds against? These are his bosses, nigga. How you gonna tell them to go hire some black people? You know, they conceded and let Rock Nation handle the entertainment. So, and I know why they did that is because by the numbers now they can skew it up and be like, oh, well, we do business with this black organization and this group and this and this business part. Like we spend millions of dollars with black people. The league is 77% African American. I'm not even gonna say black. It's some African born players in the NFL. It is. Man, most of them is FBA folk, right? Most of them is foundational black Americans. Whether they're biracial or not, that's where their black genes come from, right? You're talking about black people that are both indigenous to America and intermingled with black people that were brought to America in the slave trade. It's a specific group of people. And they can't get a job coaching football, fam. Look at what Deion Sanders is doing with a team that's underfunded and allegedly under-talented. He got them competing with the big boys and shit. And imagine what they're going to do next year now that they're actually getting some big boy talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, them boys out there competing with the top programs in games.
Here's my thing about the NFL. If you think about the NFL, though, the NFL is the good old boy sport.
I thought baseball was, bro.
Nah,
it's like, damn.
Because when you think about football, you think about corn-fed what?
White guys.
Thank you.
Pause.
And corn-fed white guys usually come from where?
The South or the Midwest or,
Good old boy.
most of them racist spots.
You know what I'm saying? Good old boy. It's exactly what it is. It's a
Something about a non-racist white dude that
and,
makes
and,
them.
And then the culture switched, of course, because black people picked it up. We dominated it, and now
Well, no,
it
you know what they
became
brung
like
up?
a nationwide thing.
Okay.
And NASCAR is about to go. Is kind of
Hold on,
going
bro.
through the same.
You know what they brought up though?
Same
on the football
transition
shit that I
now.
didn't think about. Because Robin and my older, they was just like, yo, bro, in the 60s, black people couldn't play center.
Right.
In the 70s, 80s, black people couldn't play center.
Niggas couldn't play
or
quarterback.
safety, or anything that you were the middle linebacker, anything that it was said that you had to think
Yep.
and read a play and make a decision and react. Oh, niggas can't play that.
Nope.
They don't have the mind capacity. And then, like they said, go back to the 30s and 40s, black people couldn't play sports. We wasn't gonna be good at. Black people can't play sports. Crazy how that sounds.
How wrong y'all were.
Well, when you start thinking about our ancient history, we've been playing sport, and
Right.
Europeans have
Like,
been
come
dominating
on,
that. Europeans, anybody that can hear my voice, before Columbus got here, were sailing over to the Americas and going back to Europe, praising the athletic ability of black Americans that today, our ancestors right here in the Americas and the Creek Nation. There's several books talking about our love of ball sports. Pause.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That goes way back. So you can say, Akeem, you wild, you crazy. You can say I'm ass, I'm tripping, whatever. But
so when you have
fact check me.
My thing is when you have the good old boy sport and you have so much money behind it, so much marketing behind it, such a machine behind it, you write the rules. The commissioner can say all the shit for PR that they want to.
Right.
But these owners and these Jerry Joneses and these good old boy owners, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, bro. It's like
There's a lot of them. So you
all
get
of them.
all that. So
What
you
you mean?
get all of them, and you
All
get,
of them.
and then you get the black people are black coaching is like the free slave to them. It's you're getting a little too close to our clubhouse now. You're a little too close to being to us having to accept you.
Is it?
For sure, yeah.
See, to me, I don't
And
necessarily
football.
get that. What
And
I get
football.
that might I don't disagree with it either. But what I get from that shit is like America. It's a microcosm of America in the sense that if black Americans, strictly black FBA Americans, were able to put themselves in a situation to where other communities of other ethnic backgrounds weren't able to pillage their culture and pillage their communities, fam, anytime that experiment has went left and we've been able to independently develop our own and have our own cities, they've all thrived to the point where they didn't just burn them down, they stayed there. They stayed there. Because we always talk about Greenwood, Oklahoma, but all that is Tulsa. That's all Tulsa, bro. The white town on the end came with other outsiders and with help of the United States government. We know the story. Burned down, pillaged Black Wall Street, one of many thriving black cities. And they didn't leave, fam. They stayed there. No, this house is mine. I like this. Ain't no nigga gonna have no house better than me.
Yeah.
And they stayed there. with help of the United States government. And over time, the fight for Greenwood is still today. Like those people that are from there, their ancestors, they still are fighting because every so few years, Tulsa gets a little bigger. And Greenwood gets a little smaller.
The other thing, too, is you got to think about, my opinion of the good old boy sport. It's, all right, you niggers done already fucking took over the sport. You niggers done got to the quarterback where we didn't want you to be. You niggers are in every fucking position we didn't really want you to be in.
Right.
So now the last fucking stronghold we have against you niggers is being owners and being coaches.
Yeah, it's like I don't think that they're happy that it's 77% a black league.
We'll let you be a GM. We'll let you work in the front office.
No, that's just it. No, they don't though.
Yeah, there's one GM, one black GM.
No, they don't. That's the thing. Like they did, and they just hired them.
Yeah, just hired them.
So, bro, they don't have a lot. There've been like maybe 1 or 3 black GMs entirely, probably.
But let me backtrack that. So yeah, that's their last strong. The last stronghold is
you know what position they get? Black playing football players, like when they retire. Hey, black dude that can do something that only a handful of people in the world is able to do. Can you mentor and coach up this other black dude that we didn't drafted?
Oh yeah,
to help him be as good as you are. So they're position coaches. Yeah. Then at first it's like, oh well, they're not getting all the white media was just like, oh well, it's not racist. They're not getting the jobs because they go for the position coaching jobs instead of being an offensive coordinator. Or defensive coordinator, right? But then, like Rob pointed out today, they switched it. First, you need to be a defensive coordinator because that's the backbone of winning in the team. So all these black defensive coordinators start winning Super Bowls and playoff games and all this type of shit. And then it was like, oh, well, they're not getting the job because they don't know offense. Mm-hmm. So then it's just like, okay, you got these black dudes like the Kansas City Chiefs. The head coach, Andy Reid, had to come out and publicly let it be known, like, no, I don't know what they're talking about. He's been calling the plays since I hired him. He calls the plays. He's a full-fledged offensive coordinator. There's dudes getting jobs that don't even call plays. Josh McDaniels got a job.
Yeah.
It's the Raiders, right? Mm-hmm. Right here in Vegas. Josh McDaniels, the dude that got caught cheating by the NFL. The dude that moved up and traded picks to get Tim Tebow. Wasted a first-round pick on him. And a dude that's not been successful as a head coach. Got a job. When there's a guy who could have – I mean, I'm like, you don't think Derek Carr will want to play for the same dude that's helping Pat Mahomes look like the Michael Jordan of quarterbacking? Why wouldn't Derek Carr want to play for that guy?
Right.
Yeah, make him the head coach. What are we doing? You know what you're getting out of Josh McDaniels. We've seen it.
You get Byron Leftwich a head coaching job.
He's out of football. Why is he not still in Tampa? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Is Leftwich gone? They let him go?
Out of football.
What an bro.
Bro, that's how you know. And with the conversation that he had, and Bill Belichick, since that's his OG, just kept it real with him. That was and that's why I'm glad he didn't do no sucker shit and be like, because
not
of
Brian
OG.
Lopez, not Brian Lopez, Byron Leftwich.
I know what you're talking about.
Offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Former.
When you did say when did they let him go?
I didn't even know that they let him go, but nigga, they was talking about it. They was like, he ain't in football, he ain't coaching.
Wow.
So I'm like, that's crazy.
They're talking about one of the greatest quarterback coaches of his time, and Byron Leftwich, nigga.
So it just goes to show you,
basically what it is. That's the last stronghold is the sideline and the in the front office. It's the last stronghold they have.
Well, I'm gonna tell you another thing too, and it's just me. Tell me if I'm reaching. And this is where my political mind steps in, bro. What Mitt Romney's claim to fame was, other than him, that got him elected into the governor's seat, is that he took this company that was flailing, and next thing you know, the Staples Center is plastered and synonymous with the Los Angeles Lakers, Kobe and Shaq. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's a genius. Oh, he's a Brandon. He can take something and build it up, right? Like, that helped him get elected as governor. If LeBron retired, he's already a billionaire, and LeBron got into, let's say front office, He owns a team. Say LeBron ends up owning the Timberwolves. Won't happen, right? But Timberwolves brings them 2 back-to-back championships. You don't think he could become governor of the state of Minnesota?
Oh, for sure.
See, it becomes a point where it's
LeBron
not.
could damn near be the governor of Cleveland right now.
But I'm just saying, but it becomes a point. But see, the thing is, the one thing that they'll be able to knock on him, the one thing that people will be able to justify not voting for LeBron and voting for this other guy is this other guy has the Staples Center type story, and you just was dunking basketballs and made good business decisions, like which is great.
They'll try to hit him with the "you ain't loyal, you left."
No, some people will.
They would.
But at the same time, it'll be like, we like you, LeBron, but maybe you should take like a senator seat and then figure it out after a couple years and learn how to run a state. But they like to compare this shit to corporations. That's why America ain't really a country for a people. It's a corporation. If you come over here from our enemy's country, if you got enough money, we'll treat you like a king.
Yep.
Right? So our politicians and leaders have sold us out long ago. And a lot of it is out of racism. A lot of them are elite white people elite European descendants that feel like if they have to share this honeycomb that they kind of nussed up with everybody, the hell with it. Right? We're not going to have the same protection. It was a time where the government would really monitor things being outsourced into our nation. How many times you hear on TV, on the news, they got to recall some shit from a country that don't give a fuck about us? You know what I'm saying? It's just little things like that, but it's all connected, man. Like, sports is a microcosm of society. Sports is the reason why black men and women have got elected into political positions. Like our culture is able to produce things like jazz, rock and roll, once upon a time country music, right? They call it jigaboo music and all that stuff. But then this hip hop thing, the things that we're able to produce strictly as a culture puts us in living rooms that we're not supposed to be in. We all, if you grow up, this is the black American story. You have a friend that gets comfortable with you and then tells you about how their parents tell them not to hang out with your black ass. Yep. And this is from African people, Hispanic people, Asian people, and white people. It's not no particular race that does this. If you're a black born American, a native of America in the sense of you're a foundational black American and all that entitles to that, and you have any connection with that culture, you have a friend that don't look like you, that you thought everything was love. Like, oh, man, you say hi to their parents, you ain't never got them in trouble, and nothing like that. No reason for them to ever tell their kid not to hang out with you, and they've all told you that because they don't know why either. And it's not strictly hatred of black people. Some of it is like, yo, those people are hated for some reason. Things happen to them that don't happen to nobody else. I don't want you in the car with him when the cops start shooting.
Right.
I don't want you in the car with him when the cop plants a gun or the drugs. Right? I don't want you in the car with him when his cousin comes around and his cousin them starts shooting. Like, you know, it's just all these stereotypes that you hear about us, and that's what happens. You know what I mean? That's what happens. Other people buy into that. You know what I mean? That's why they're so strong on anti-Semitism. Mm-hmm. Because that's a story of humankind, of humanity, where propaganda and wordplay, you can meme somebody, you can meme some shit to truth. Like, if they just put out 1 billion memes and we just memed it to death that, I don't know, that if you come from Chicago, your left leg is blue, there's going to be a percentage of the society that believes that shit.
Right.
Man, that's what's so dangerous about. Have you ever talked to somebody and you having a cool conversation about something interesting and they get just way too left in terms of the, like, conspiracy theory?
Oh, my God.
It's like, oh, so we just in the Matrix for real. What pill you take, nigga?
Bro.
Because I can't even have a conversation with you.
I hate that shit.
And it's always about shit that is like, it's unprovable, if that's even a word. But we made it. We all hear this.
Brother, one of the worst ones for me was when Obama was in office and that whole.
He's not from here?
That and the
He's
Michelle
gay?
being a man.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's just racism.
Bro, just the conspiracy theory shit.
That's the Michelle Bartman.
Like,
that's the Michelle Bartman syndrome. You know, where they, hey, look, bro, when you tell a certain sector of people that they're superior, there's God's people, everybody else is a savage or a heathen, and they see beauty in the savage and the heathens, they begin to envy some of the savage heathens. That can put you on a psychological down spiral that makes you do all type of things, right? But one of the things I do want to touch on, since we're speaking about this, is we said we was going to do it back in the day, and we're going to get on this. We're going to get on this. They often try to make it sound like this was the majority class. This was the elite class. And that's what I need everyday white people to understand. Your hard-working ass is more Negro than Caucasian, right, in terms of how they look at you. Because there was a class of Europeans that came over here, and if you look at them, they look like freed slaves or look like slaves coming to work on a boat. They don't have no pictures like that of our people, ironically. But they got all these white people coming over here from Eastern Europe, all type of other places, famished, sickly. Even in The Godfather, right? They show it. But it's important to note that those people who came over here and was given higher class than the native citizens. But in 2022, the people that was making these decisions and pulling these strings to get you over here to whiten up the population, they look at you the same way as they look as the native citizens of the world, of this country, and the former slaves of this country. So when you go out and you all vote, you know, oh, I'm voting Republican because I'm not a leftist liberal, and all these little cute words you guys got for people that vote for a Democrat. And I'm not endorsing anyone. One of the things I often wonder is, like, my biggest pet peeve is to talk to one of my white friends about politics, and they're not really wealthy. They don't know finance. It's okay if you're not wealthy, but you're trying and you know you're studying finances and you're on your grind, right? But I've talked to some poor white people that have argued with me that, oh, well, no, I'm sorry about the voter rights bill and the anti-lynching bill. I know that means a lot to you, Akeem, but I can't have this immigration, and I can't because it's gonna mess up the budget and the economy. And like when you start talking about the deficit, and we neither one of us got $1 million to our name. We don't own property. We don't have no deeds to nothing. We're not. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? We at work, right, fam, for pennies. I don't care what your job is. I don't care how much they pay you at your job. You're making pennies. We're at work for pennies. And you sitting here telling me about America's debt and deficits?
That shit ain't got nothing to do with us.
Fam, that has nothing.
My pockets aren't nowhere near deep enough to even be affected.
Nobody that's making those decisions give a fuck about our opinion. They're not asking for our opinion. Nigga, they're not looking for our opinion. You know, we got to start doing it like that. Certain conversations ain't with everyday folk. And I'm talking about from every, sub community. Whether it's the LGBTQAI, I think. Is that the new one?
They got.
Hey, bro, don't go off. Don't go off. Because I seen a young lady speaking, and she was a representative of that community. And when she did the thing, she was like, oh, no, it's LGBTQ. AI, I think. Done. I don't want to be disrespectful.
It's not even being disrespectful, but I'm not. Don't expect me to keep up with y'all pronouns and shit no more. I'm
they
done.
Call us African Americans all the time.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
I'm cool. I'm not doing it.
I don't hear that shit.
Y'all got way too many. I'm not doing it. Your boys, your girls. I'm not with the she, her, they, them, he, him.
Oh, fam, I'm at work. Peep this. We at work, and you know how they hit us with the little name tags for because sometimes when big business be there and shit,
right?
They might want to call you by your name and ask you for something, so they put the name tag on it. Boom. We supposed to have one anyway. Niggas don't be wearing their badges, right? I look at my name badge, my little name shit, the little disposable one, and they got all the male female pronouns on it. No, just the male ones.
Really?
The female ones. Or if you asked for one of those, I guess, mine had all the male ones on there, I'll say that.
Wow.
And I remember they was just like, yeah, like the nigga was like he was joking, but he asked me, he was like, yeah, it was a section on the for him to fill out my pronoun. Now, this is the crazy thing. Look how crazy that is for us.
Look, I don't know what the fuck.
You know the age is like 8 or something like that, or 9, right? So Lil Coy can go to school one day and get kicked out of school for cursing too many times. That's normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Foul mouth. You got to miss class. You got to go sit in detention. You're going to get suspended if you keep cursing. But at 9 years old, he can go tell his teacher he wants to change his pronoun, and there's nothing that is, they're saying that the parent can do. That at the school, they have to address them that way.
I'm done.
Why are we making things so hard for people, bro?
We don't even got to go into this. Because you know what it is, bro? God, I'm not even going to say it. We'll get canceled. I'm not going to say it.
Is it? To me, it's a byproduct of sharing everything.
No, for me, it's motherfuckers just want too much attention.
That's my point. We're saying the same thing.
Okay.
Sharing everything.
You
like,
want
fam,
too much fucking
look,
attention.
This is going to sound, and I don't mean to be perverted, but when Kobe Bryant was dating Brandy, Kobe was that nigga and Brandy was that chick. You understand me? I would have loved to hear all about their little exploits. Nobody was talking about that shit.
Nope.
When are we going to get to a point where the same, like, things that go, because if you're a heterosexual couple, you're expected to be somewhat conservative about the shit.
It's gone so bad. Let's be real. It's gone so bad to where we let trans people compete in other sports of different genders. You got trans women fighting real women in MMA and boxing and shit.
That's fucked
and
up.
Beating the dog shit out of these natural
there's one
women.
individual, I'm not gonna say his name, her name, but like they had her track record as an athlete, as a guy. Sucked. Fucking sucked.
Yeah, became
now winning national championships and shit.
Yep.
Like, bro, and no, all joking aside, I looked at my sister and was like, so you telling me if I go get in shape and come back as a her, I could probably still go to the league?
Probably.
That's nuts. And I'll sue their asses if they don't draft me. I'm averaging 30.
But
none
no,
of these bitches
because,
is averaging 30.
Because
give me
professional sports, other than fighting, they're not letting that shit happen.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is some real shit. Every so often, I see a young lady play basketball, and I'm like, damn, I wish she would get a chance to play in the league.
No, there are them ones.
So I'm
that
saying
would be
natural
just as
shit.
good
You feel me?
naturally in the league.
There's
But for a nigga who, like you said, was shitty as a man in all sports,
no in that particular sport,
or in any fucking
and then
sport.
he switched up, and it's the thing, the qualifications ain't that high. That's why I said I was like, bro, somebody's really gonna do that, some Joanna man shit.
Dog,
Like, because
UFC has one.
I know, but no, this is what I'm saying. This one, hear me out though.
Come on, bro.
What I'm talking about is like now in collegiate level sports, all you have to do is identify that way, and I think it's some forms that say that suggest that you're gonna start the process of making a switch, but that's a mental development that has to happen as well. Right. So they don't rush you. They don't be like, oh, you got 30 days to start taking extra. No, you get your time. So meanwhile, you still a dude, nigga. You still a man body.
So what?
Just posting up little 19-year-old girls at junior college, nigga.
On that one is there is a post on Facebook that says trans women are women.
No, they're not.
They are not.
They're trans women.
The homie too much said the same thing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Why is trans in front of woman?
There's nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? So, but this is what sparked the trans Olympians and the trans fighter debate. Is because
wait. Trans what?
The trans Olympian
fighter.
and trans fighter.
I thought you said trans spider. I was like, nigga, I'm leaving.
What
are we talking about, bro? Hey, shut this shit off, nigga. Like, bro, I'm out of here, nigga. Like, what are we talking about, nigga? Like, I can't, nigga. Like, fuck.
But no, so it's like they're defending, some of the women on there are defending the trans fighters, like, oh, they're taking estrogen, so their testosterone levels is coming. No.
I don't want to hear none of that, fam.
That's still a man whooping the dog shit out of a woman,
Hey,
and
look,
that's
bro.
why this looks.
You know what? You know why it sucks? I'm gonna tell you why it really sucks. Period.
It's just bullshit.
A 140-pound man is different than a 140-pound woman.
Absolutely different.
So I don't even want to hear shit about weight
Their
classes.
muscles
But
build
there's a
different,
reason
their
why a
bone build is
215-pound
different, bone
man
density different.
ain't in the ring with a 175-pound man.
Right.
And then on the streets, you might not even, that nigga that's 175 might look bigger than a dude that's 215. But in professional fighting, they like, nah, nigga, you too big to fight him. What are you doing?
Yep.
When you really start thinking about weight classes and then street fights, you're like, nigga, we be out here wilding. I think I sent it to you. Because I wanted to come up on here. Like, bro, some nigga, you know the little kids be doing the little shorts. I had me dying because it was just like this older cat, and he was just like, he was just walking down the street, minding his business, fly. And seen another nigga fly, walking mind his business. They looked at each other, nigga. They both kind of was just like, oh, what's up, man? And then at the same time, nigga, in their head, they was like, nah, I beat that nigga's ass. Fam, I started dying. Oh, they was like, nigga, every dude ever.
Every nigga has done that for sure.
You know, every dude just be sizing the nigga up like, that nigga cool.
Or a nigga
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
a badass bitch. You look at him
Like,
like
nigga,
slap the shit
I'll
out
pull
of
that
this
music.
nigga
Like,
and
nigga,
then
hey,
fuck his
or
bitch.
the funny thing is, though, the reverse side of that, I don't care who you is. We didn't all seen a dude and be like, yo, fam, I done seen killers. Like, I don't care how tough you is, how cool you is. We didn't all seen a dude that you had to be like, yo, nigga, you big as a motherfucker, my nigga. Like, what you doing in the gym, son?
Every
Like,
time,
hey,
bro.
nigga, you whoa.
Or you ask a nigga, you see an exceptionally tall nigga, you be like, nigga, how tall are you, bro?
Nigga, I always do this.
Big as hell, bro.
I always do this. I don't do that only because I grew up around a lot of tall cats playing ball.
But I'm short
no, I
as
get it,
fuck,
but
so
this the
nigga,
thing though.
I see-
I don't do that shit because I've seen my niggas go crazy. Like, nigga, I've seen niggas like loot. I don't want to be here, bro. Like, cause
over
you
that.
6'10" and we teenagers, nigga. So every fucking girl is like, oh my gosh, how tall are you? Like, can I take a picture? Like, and it's just like, nigga, you're not getting no money for this. Like, you ain't a star yet, so they ain't just throwing you ass, nigga. Like, it ain't. They just taking their picture and leaving, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, let's go, nigga.
I'm having such a hard time with the LGBTQ community.
No, bro, it's not even that to me, because you don't, and I won't even let you say that. No, you don't. Nigga, we've been around this
I'm
community.
having a hard time with the attention seeking of the LGBT community. Let me say that.
This is the thing, though. This is the thing. I feel you on that, but my thing is, it's hard to separate motherfuckers. Like, so, and I know there's a separation.
There is.
Because, nigga, I got LGBTQ
That are cool as fuck. And understand all
LIA
of it.
people in my fucking family, nigga. So it's like, I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is that, like, who's the spokespersons that come up with these things? Like, because you remember, they told a guy, like, yo, you can't perform. You're not the hottest guy. Like, no, you cold right now. And then when he came and hollered at him, you good. Now, I thought hip-hop was homophobic. That's what they always try to put on us. Mm-hmm. They always try to line us, oh, the black community is homophobic. Nigga, no, it's not. Have you ever went to a black church? Have you ever went to a black church? If the black American community is so homophobic,
why is there so many openly gay?
I was supposed to say that we got the most poppin'est gay men ever.
The most flamboyantly gay men.
Like, they popping, nigga. They out there, like, nigga. They. What do you mean? That came from a place of confidence. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that there's not men that have not in our community that haven't struggled with that. Homophobia is real, and it goes back probably a long time. But this isn't a homophobic conversation. You know what I'm saying? This is like a, hey, fam. All right, let's get off that. Let's switch it to our culture, our community. Non-black people have been describing black people since non-black people got to America. Called us Negroid, black, colored, African, Moor. It's all kind of names that, like, these aren't names that, like, and to be fair, Shit, nigga, it's like that for everybody. I'm pretty sure.
It is.
Like
Everybody,
nobody
every
really
race
gets
has
to
a
pick.
whole yeah.
I don't know that though, but I'm just saying
No,
it seems
nobody
like
picks
that.
Pick their
Fam, but who start
racial
calling
slurs or
who's
their,
no? I'm not talking about the
or
slurs.
Not the slurs, but they're like
but the way a race identifies.
identifies.
I
They're
don't know
identifiers,
too
right.
many cultures that have had that affliction other than us.
Mm.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like, and that's why they try to make fun of it in modern times and shit. They'll have the white person on TV or in a movie, and they'll be like struggling with how to identify that ain't their fault.
Right.
Shit, what people got to understand. Jesse Jackson created the term African American. People have to understand. I'm gonna say it again. Reverend Jesse Jackson is the man who coined the phrase African American. So when you see something written about black people from the Americas, and it'd be like, oh, African American or circa 16, nigga, what were they calling them then? And then you got to ask yourself, what were Africans calling themselves in Africa before a white dude named Africanus went to Africa and went back to told all the white people about this place called Africa, and they was like, yo, fuck it, we're gonna name it after you, Africanus, we call it Africa. Which is funny because black people gotta relate. We make nicknames for all type of shit.
Everything.
We shorten up all type of shit. So in my mind, I get it kind of. Like, I'm not even knocking it, bro. I'm not even mad or saying it's some fucked up shit. I'm just saying that, like, there is research to show certain names that black people, Moors, and people that like cohabitated Africa refer to it as. One of the more common ones is Ethiopia. Ethiopia also happens to be the only region or country in Africa that's never been colonized. You know what I'm saying? So I call it irony. I don't know. But the whole continent once was called Ethiopia. To me, that's just kind of crazy. To me, is it fair to ask a group of white men that are billionaires that own a league for fun that they have to make black people, the descendants of slaves and the descendants of natives, rich and powerful by way of their sport, something that they own? Because see, the coolest thing about football that the NFL owners did is they patented the sport.
Yeah.
Basketball's not patented,
it's
fam.
played everywhere.
And that's why there's millionaires. These niggas making millions of dollars to play basketball all over the world. Mm-hmm. But football, it got to be a new sport. And it's always going to be just enough new to make it weird.
They lost that.
The patent?
The patent's gone. Because now you have the United States.
It's been like 100-something years.
United States
but I think, but I think they own some of that, though.
No, they don't.
Okay.
Nope.
Hear me out. I'm not saying that they other like leagues and stuff can't play football. What I'm saying is that they can't
play on Sunday.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that they can play football, but it's always a variation of it. Like, they're not making the Canadian Football League. They don't have that weird thing going on with the end zone and all that shit for nothing, fam. That's the only way they can get around, not nigga the patent that is NFL American football.
No, but I think that's just gone. Because like I said, there's 2 new.
Now, you like they say, we just black people in America are just now learning that patents and shit like that expire, right? Yep. So it's been over 100-something years, right? So I can see that. Yeah. I can see that.
And I think when they signed that original one, there was no monopoly law. You got to think about it, we have monopoly law now, so there's probably no way they were ever going to extend that to them. Like, nigga, you can't corner this, nigga. This is free market around this bitch.
Somebody's going to have that.
Right. And, nigga, government wants taxes from everything. Another booming ass football league. That's more tax, nigga. You know what that is, nigga? It's luxury tax. There's all types of tax.
Competition is everything out here, man.
Right.
And it's niggas in the government that's rich. It's like, nigga, I can't get on this ownership group. See, we talk about the black dudes, the black people.
Right.
We talk about the black people that want to own a football team.
What about all
there's
rich motherfuckers?
A whole bunch of white people, nigga, and shit like that want to own an NFL team too, but it is some other maneuvering going on. Because, you know, when Floyd was about to get the Clippers, Steve Ballmer added an extra $1 billion on it because he knew that they couldn't do that. Mm-hmm. That's foul, bro. But it's not foul. And no wealthy white man owes black people anything by designing the way this shit is set up. Because if you're not going to acknowledge the past, if you're just going to say, okay, well, all the shit we got out of y'all for free and all the land we stole when your freedom over, all that stuff don't matter then because it's about today. Then you can't really expect a Steve Ballmer to like feel bad about a historic event possibly happening, right? That is going to make these group of people feel bad. Well, it ain't gonna make, when I buy the team, it ain't gonna make these niggas stop watching the Clippers.
Right.
I'm bringing Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to buy the old form, and they getting freak that shit out. So it's just one of them things, dog. Like it's a clusterfuck of emotions. A lot of people. It's a lot of duality, man. Like a lot of people are right at the same time while saying opposite things when you start speaking about these equations, bro. Like, I don't know. We'll see, bro. We'll see. I don't know how the NFL. What is that? Hell yeah, boy. Bring them shits over here, man. No, boy.
Go ahead. I got like 3-4 bags in this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say something right here, bro. But think about it, fam. Like, how do you change this? How do you change the NFL? How do you make the owners of the NFL, if the players
create other leagues?
That's it. Because I'm like, if the players ain't gonna ride for you either,
you create other leagues, and then if you show all these pro black players, who the real ones who really will walk away from this league, the Kyries of the NFL, you know what I'm saying? You show them there's another league out there that's paying maybe half of what they were getting, but they have more freedom, more control. They have what they say matters, nigga. They may have stock in this shit now. As players, nigga, you might be a player owner, nigga, in the team that you play for.
Well, how about this?
You could take a lot of people.
If I give this league 20 years of excellence,
right,
and I retire,
they're gonna give me health insurance, life insurance, and great pension.
How about, can I have a job?
Oh yeah,
This is the thing. We only do this shit in we don't only do it in sports, but it's big in sports. LeBron James is supposed to follow the lead and adhere to a man that when LeBron was 16, he played more basketball than.
Right. Right.
Like,
hey, hold on.
A guy, like, I reached heights at 17, 19 years old that you've never reached in your 40 years.
And that you
career.
never will.
But I got to come around and, like, deal with you.
And pussyfoot around you.
And that's why LeBron acts the way he do, bro. He be winning in spite of some coaches. And, yeah, he'll help them out along the way. Because it's like, bro, I done forgot more basketball than you already know.
Right.
And that's the same thing. Like, how's a fucking defensive coach going to really tell Prime?
Right.
What defensive back coach was coaching Prime?
Nobody could coach Prime.
Now, you might have gave him some pointers of what you did and some techniques. But, bro, there's certain talents that it's just like, bro, now there's coaches that can coach Prime.
Right.
But a lot of them probably played.
But you can't coach. You can't coach and teach talent. That's something you're born with.
Fam, and players know that. So even if I'm not saying you have to be good, fam. I need a coach that played.
Yeah, exactly.
You know why Coach K is good with and knows how to pick point guards? Because he was a point guard.
He was a point guard, right.
He was a point guard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He runs that program like a point guard. Mm-hmm. Hey. So it's just something about that. And in the NFL, there's too many guys that were fans of football, played fantasy, went to school and got a master's degree in some kind of numbers game, and came and got a job, and now they done work their way into a coaching position or a general manager because they're good with numbers. But your ass ain't never fucking said hike before. You never got hit. You ain't never played, nigga, when your hands was numb and still had to go up and catch the ball. You ain't never got your bell rung to where you can't see shit for about a couple seconds, nigga, and you can't hear nothing. Why would you, unless you're being put in an overseer's position, right? Unless I got your ass here really to just check these motherfuckers. Why would any so-called smart businessman do that? Like, you got niggas that's billionaires because they're great businessmen, allegedly. Even though a lot of this is just inherited money. You can't play king. But anyways, let's just act like they all worked for theirs, right? Because they want to put that off. So they all worked for their money. So you became a billion. Mark Cuban is going to buy a team Because we know he was born broke. Jay-Z, Oprah, the billionaires we know that was born poor, that made good decisions, and that's why they're billionaires. One of them motherfuckers buys a team and doesn't hire the best people. No. They just won't buy the team, right? Like, no, I just won't be in the business. If I don't like the motherfuckers that's the best for the job so much that I can't hire them, I'm not gonna just own a team and be mediocre. Like, fam got fired from the Miami Dolphins, fam. They ain't like that's the Patriots, nigga, or a team that historically wins Super Bowls or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. So what would have been like $1.2 million?
What?
If he took the little back end deal and got the little $100,000 per loss?
$100,000 a game, 18 games, $1.8 million.
Well, see, no, because when they said it, he had went on like a little 4-5 game win streak.
Oh, they didn't.
So it was
say
in the
beginning
season
of
that he came through. So I don't know if I think it was probably like 8-9 games, maybe something like that left or something.
How many games it was?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Hey, yo, Ness, what's up with you on B? Fuck happened with the beat battle? Nigga.
Where Ness at?
Talk about
My guy.
You talking about putting a nigga in a beat battle and shit. Niggas don't even hear from me.
Is it annual? It might be annual.
Annual means yearly.
Does it?
Monthly. Yeah, annual is yearly.
We can't do that annually, monthly? Oh.
Annually is a year. Means a year. Annual fee, all that shit, all year.
Word.
Fucking.
Almost just his bomb.
Well, what you call it?
Whatever that is, nigga.
The Easter race.
Hell yeah.
Easter race. We did want to say this. Rest in peace to motherfucking Chelsea Christ. Miss America two-time Miss America winner.
Damn.
Jumps out of a 30-story window in New York.
Why?
Don't know.
Suicide or
they suicide, but
safety?
they don't know.
Oh.
Some people are thinking that it could be something else because
Like she was running from somebody or something, or
somebody threw her.
So yeah, bro. Because some of those windows, it depends on the building. Because all 38 stories ain't the same, and I'll tell you that. Depending on how that building is platformed, and because if there's a whole like if there's a restaurant and all type of shit at the bottom of that, and there's 38 stories on top of that, that's different than if you're just talking from ground level up, right? And one of the things I noticed, fam, I didn't notice, but I just know, a lot of people during 9/11, they thought that people were jumping. And it was like, nah, they wasn't jumping. They was holding on and got sucked out. It's like the equivalent of opening a window in a plane or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
You high enough up. But nah, I don't think it was a sucked out the window. But we don't get no conspiracy theories about that. We just, just want
rest in peace. To that young
say
lady,
my
man.
condolences to Chelsea Christ.
I don't know who she is. Damn.
Young black Miss America.
Oh, the recent one. Oh, damn. That's sad, bro.
There's something else I wanted to talk about.
That's sad, man. Jim Harbaugh right back at Michigan, huh?
He decided to stay in college and not go to the pro.
I feel him. He already had his taste of the pros. He know that politics.
He didn't like it.
You know that politic, bro.
He wasn't feeling that.
You know that politic.
Damn, there was something else I wanted to fucking talk about, bro. What the fuck? Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, LaMelo better make the All-Star team. That nigga been killing.
I had a topic and I can't even think of it.
Was it music based? Well, you see, they got the that footage, and the FBI let out some of their evidence on the FBG Duck case. Looks like that cat, you know what I'm saying? One of them cats, bro, that they got in custody. Yeah, it looked like it's a wrap for them. But they just threw the death penalty off the table and they said it's a move that federal prosecutors do when they're standing tall. And it sounds crazy, like, oh, all y'all facing the death penalty. But if nobody budges and be like, nigga, I don't know nothing.
Can't get nobody the death penalty.
So then it's just like, shit, all right, so let's take the death penalty off. Because then the first person that snitched can end up being out in 10. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. They got to make it sweet for them. And I'm like, bro, this judicial system, bro, is crazy, fam. And people of a certain ilk that don't go through certain things here literally will argue to their blue in the face of like, oh, you want to be nowhere else? I'm like, shit. Bro. You can ask a lot of minorities would they rather be an Asian in Asia facing an Asian prosecution, nigga. Like, sometimes it's a little different.
I hate when I fucking forget something I want to talk about because I can picture everything about the subject.
Can't name shit.
Can't name nothing about it. I can picture everything to try and put the shit together, but I can't fucking think of what the fuck it was. It's fucking pissing me off because it's something I really wanted to talk about.
I'm gonna keep reaching. Hold on.
Irritating fucking soul. You hear about that fucking the 9 people that got killed this weekend in that car accident on Cheyenne?
Damn.
Bruh, nigga in a
9 people?
Nigga in a Ford.
How many cars? Just 2?
2 main cars. It was 6 in total that ended up getting in the whole thing. So some like 59-year-old man, his girlfriend in a Mustang doing 100 miles an hour down Cheyenne, blew through a red light, and blew through a minivan that had a
family in that moment.
Aunt, uncle, and their nieces and nephews. So not even their kids. It was their brother and sister's kids.
Hey, fam.
Blew through, like, destroyed the
nigga,
shit that was so bad. It was so bad. Cheyenne at that part was closed down for 10 hours, nigga.
How many?
10 hours.
Bro, you know what's crazy?
That accident was that bad.
That's the worst thing.
Nigga.
I be driving like an old man in town because, like, when I first got here, one of the things I noticed,
niggas run red
I seen some shit on the news, and it was just like that. The number one cause of death in the valley is vehicular homicide. Excuse me. And I thought about it, like, and from traveling, bro. When you go other places and you stay for a while and shit, niggas look at you like an alien.
Right.
Because they be like, damn, bro, we've been drinking all night. Damn, you still smoking? Damn, bro, like, it's late, bro. You ain't tired? Damn, you up this morning? Oh, you was up last night. And they don't realize, like, man, this 24-hour shit is a different bop, bro.
Right.
It do something to you. And, like, you know, cashing a check in Nevada is a weekend out for in other cities. You get more free liquor for cashing your check at a casino here, you know, enough to, like, where the average person in Albuquerque or something is just drinking those 3 beers and 4 shots over the weekend.
Right, yeah.
Nigga, that's just on a fucking pay. Niggas be getting paid on Wednesdays and Thursdays and shit. That's just on a payday, nigga. I gotta get up and go to work in the morning, nigga. Like, I gotta go deal with these, like, I remember there was one spot, man, this thing Chrome used to go to, like, it was $1 brews on payday.
Nigga, do you remember dollar kamikazes at the Cal Neva?
Yeah, nigga, crazy.
That shit is dangerous.
I'm 86 from there.
For a reason.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
dollar kamikaze.
What are we doing, fam?
The day I saw dollar kamikazes
nigga,
there, I'm like,
they trying to
you
get
niggas is trying to get you arrested. Like,
they trying to hurt somebody,
bro. Cause
you can see it on certain streets.
I don't know how many motherfuckers have. I don't know how many of y'all that either have or haven't had a kamikaze. That's not a strong drink. It's strong alcohol wise, but that taste, nigga.
Oh, when they cold too, boy.
Nigga, it's over.
Man, come on, don't be a hot.
Cal even had it was the doubles for
doubles.
$1, nigga. $2. $2, how you good?
Facts.
$2 after work, you good? Nigga, you going to the house,
bro?
Good,
but this is the thing,
bro.
though. This is the thing, though. I remember I've done it all. I've seen it go to the job. I didn't went to the casino shit. Just ordering me some wings after work. Me and my nigga Jew ordered some wings. Nigga hit the little spin thing and doubled my paycheck. Mm-hmm. It doubled my paycheck and it doubled my drink token. So now we in there bent. And they don't care if you want a beer or some Hennessy, nigga. Nope. You know what we doing. We drinking Hennessy's all day. Nigga, the night off of work, go to cash check, get some wings, and watch a little game turned into like, nigga, we here at 3 o'clock in the morning. Nigga, faded.
Fucked up.
Only here, bro. Like, nowhere else that shit, they ain't letting you do that. They're not even setting you up like that, fam.
So, is I don't know how it came to mind just now, but you know what I've noticed? I'm the young parent at the school with all my kids.
Are you? Everybody older than you and shit?
Most
Don't
of them.
don't play yourself though. A lot of
Except
motherfuckers
for-
look old.
Except for Kyla, the ones Kyla's age.
Mm-hmm.
I'm young. So like we went so for my oldest, she just turned 16. Her and her friends wanted to go to Fun Quest and shit. So Fun Quest is an arcade at a hotel in Reno, Nevada. A
GSR,
casino,
right?
yeah. And we're there, and it's like, mind you, my daughter's style, it weirds me the fuck out because she's like anime goth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, fuck did you get that from? It's here nor there. But that shit caught me so off guard. I'm staring at her friends like.
These your friends, nigga?
And Jen had to
oh, like, bruh.
stop staring at them like that. I'm like, am I noticeable? She's like, yeah. So this is when I realized we were the young parents, and that the dynamic probably looked crazy because I had Tori and my son there.
Oh shit.
So it's me, Jen, Tori, my son, all the kids. I have all my kids except for Tegan.
One just happy family.
One of their moms is there, and she's older. She's in her 40s, she's like my brother's age.
Okay.
And it kind of hit me. I'm looking and I start to think of like all the time I would take Leon to school and all that shit. I was always younger than everybody. It's so crazy, sense. And I could guarantee, and so I could see how this older lady was like looking at us and probably trying to make it make sense.
Hell yeah,
that we're so young, and our kids are the same age.
Like we got to it, nigga. That's what you tell her. Look, old lady, we got to it.
And it's
we
like
I
had Leon was 18, so
we wasn't playing over here, nigga. We was out the gates.
I was young.
That shit funny. But that's crazy though.
She was like my brother's age.
That is a crazy dynamic.
My brother's age or a little bit older.
That is a crazy dynamic where you should be like, yo.
But it's just like it's wild. It's hella wild, dog. And let's talk. Okay, since we're talking about my baby mama.
No, we weren't. Don't do it like that. This is a good segue. I don't need nobody to send her a clip and be like, oh, these niggas are talking.
Oh, no, because we're talking about her other baby daddy. This ain't no strike against Jen. Jen's a great mom. Always has been, always will be. Me and her will have our issues as grown adults who used to date each other. You know what I'm saying? But her as a mother, shit.
Right.
I ain't got no. Right. I don't worry at the end of the day about any of them girls when in her custody. But no, it's how about her baby dad. This nigga. He's a deadbeat. Now, let me explain to you why he's a deadbeat. And it's all gonna make it's not you know, they loosely throw that term around. But I'm gonna give you the facts. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
His daughter is a year or is months older than Jalen. She just turned 9. He'll turn 9 in August. Right. I've raised her more than her dad has ever. I've been around her more than her dad has ever. I have financially supported her more than her dad has ever. Nigga, her birthday party she just had, who you think rented out the skating rink for her and set that up for her? Me. This nigga comes to every event empty-handed, doesn't bring her no gifts. This nigga had the nerve to take them to the jump place, had my other daughter, the one that's a little bit older than her, the one that she's always safe with and shit, walking from like Diamonds Casino to like.
What do you mean walking? He came and got him and they walked together there?
They came and got him in an Uber, ended up spending the Uber money back in the bar while the girls were at the jump place. So not only did you have your fucking kid just walking down the fucking street trying to get.
Bro, it's cold right now.
You have my daughter
It's cold right now.
Right.
Fam.
You have my daughter walking down the street, potentially in the
For
cold.
all y'all cats out here in Vegas, we ain't talking about Vegas. It's snowing where he talking about.
So, and it's like, nigga, do you not think? Because it's not like, because it's like, nigga, start thinking further than your face, nigga. Because it's like, nigga, you have my daughter now, nigga. Fuck the love and care that I have for your daughter. If something happens to her and you're in custody, I'm going to want to kill you too. But, nigga, you have my daughter.
First off, let's just say it like this. You have someone else's child.
Right,
care,
nigga.
bro.
Like, I will fucking do something
But
to
this is
you.
the thing, though. Dre. And I ain't playing. I'm not even gonna say it's devil's advocate because that's too far. That'll be too much of a reach. I'm not saying.
Hold on,
I'm not
before
playing.
no,
devil.
you gotta let me land. Get all the
Let me
facts before you do your analysis. Devil's advocate or give me your analysis.
Fair. Let's go.
The nigga is the type that when child support starts getting his check, he quits.
Oh yeah, see, no, I wasn't even gonna. Like,
Oh
say
no, we're gonna
that.
keep
Yeah,
going
go
into
ahead.
this, bro. It's not. This nigga got to the birthday party, and Jen's husband, the other nigga who takes care of your daughter, the other father figure in her life, my nigga, tries to, hey, bro, we're over here. Ignores the nigga, goes to Jen, tell your husband I don't want it. He better not say nothing to me. And nigga, you here at your daughter's birthday party, nigga.
Wait,
At the end of the fucking
he
day,
still like Jen or something?
nah, he's just
Pride?
he's
His
no, he's the
pride?
victim. He want to be the victim when he's the problem. He want everybody to be like, "Oh, woe is Mark."
Oh, he wanted him.
I almost did him. Woe is him.
Yeah, you did almost do him. Just
Woe
now.
is everybody. He want everybody to be woe is him, but he's a Facebook dad. He's I'm gonna see you for 2 minutes on your birthday so I can take a picture with you and say, "Oh, happy birthday! I'm glad I got to see you. I love you." All this shit.
Hey man, them motherfuckers do exist out there, bro.
There's a lot.
We be seeing you Facebook, social media daddies. We
Um,
about to start calling y'all niggas out in 2022.
It's his own daughter doesn't like to talk. She has her own phone. His own daughter don't like to talk to him. She don't like to go hang out with him. It's pulling teeth for her to have to go see this
Cause
nigga.
niggas shouldn't want to have to walk home from. nowhere.
It's not even just that. It's just
I'm just joking. I know it's a lot.
she's
of shit,
over
bro.
it. Like
You can't have one adult parent and then have a childish parent. That shit ain't gonna be fun as you get older. You know,
But it's
man,
like,
this
okay,
shit a dub.
nothing in you is noticing that in your daughter that she don't like you, my nigga. She love you because you her dad, my nigga. She
Does he
understands
like her?
that. That's my question.
That's the real question.
I asked Jen. I was like, Jen, ask him. I was like, do you like? I really asked him, like, nigga, are you really wanting to be a dad, or do you just
Want to say,
say that
maybe
you are that?
I'll
but
build,
he's the
know.
type of, and he comes from
Holla at me if you need
he
a
comes
kid.
from a fatherless home.
That don't mean shit.
He comes from no. I'm just saying, like,
Some cycles are
not
in your
gonna
mind.
break,
you
right.
want to break them,
They're just not
and it
going
makes
to
sense.
be.
Like, oh, you didn't have a father, you should be a great father. No, sometimes not having a father and you become a father, it scares you and takes you back
Because you
to
don't know what to do.
takes you to a traumatic place, nigga, and you shut down as a father.
You don't know what to do. You don't know what being a father is. You never seen a father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
All
feel
you got
like-
is TV and shit to go off of.
But it's like, my nigga, you doing everything.
No excuses, though,
You're
like-
doing everything wrong. You're fighting on. And then he says, "Oh, well, get me in contact with Dre because I feel like I want to have a conversation with him because I feel like he gonna know where I'm coming from." I'm not, nigga, because me and Jen have a wonderful co-parenting fucking relationship, and I take very good care of my kids. I'm at every birthday party, never showing up underhanded, empty-handed. I'm not a Facebook dad. Me and you can't talk, nigga, because if I talk to you, you're gonna want to fight me. Cause I'm finna go in. I'm finna tell you everything you need to hear, but don't want to hear. He thinks.
I mean, you could do that in a way without,
But he thinks.
Do y'all
he's-
have a relationship?
No,
Have y'all ever been cool?
No, he thinks because he thinks Jen's our mutual enemy, so it makes us friends.
Oh, he wanted that.
But Jen is not my enemy
At all. No, I know that.
Like,
Maybe telling him that'll help, though. Maybe having that conversation with him would help.
but he should see it. It's smooth.
Yeah, but
Jen,
my niggas
he's
can't see
friends
shit,
with
though.
Jen's on Facebook. Jen never talks about me on Facebook. Constantly talks about him. Like, that should be a hint in your mind that, nigga, maybe take my route, nigga. Take care of your fucking kids.
That's a fact. I can't call it.
Jen's only beef with me right now is that
Hey, bro, this
Jen's
segues
only
me to a
beef-
comment I was having with a friend earlier, bro.
Jen's
We
only
gonna talk
beef with me is that I moved away and I can't have the kids every week for her like I used to. But she gets why I had to move.
about it. Right.
But I'm still, nigga,
Right.
she can still pick up that jack, nigga.
No, yeah, for sure.
Kids need this.
Right.
Kids need that.
Or the kids will be there.
Kids will be there.
Come get them.
I'm on my way to
Right.
Vegas to drop the
Like,
kids off
come
for
get
spring
'em.
break.
Right.
That type shit, bro. But I'm always around, nigga. Like every time I'm in Reno, I'm with my kids are with me. Like,
I know.
so it's just like I can't fathom it.
Hey, but
like,
bro, let's talk about it. Some people don't like their kids. They're just a burden to them. There's something that they got to take care of. And there's people that are good parents, I suppose, that way because they're good providers.
But
But-
every parent goes through feeling like that, though. We all do. The greatest of parents, we love our kids, but some days we're like, you little burden of motherfucker, you. Like, ooh, if I ain't had no goddamn kids right now, where I'll be doing in
I'd
life.
be rich.
We all go through that. Every parent goes through the phase of wanting to throw your kid out the fucking window. We
Right.
do.
Right.
They're kids.
I'm not saying it in justification. I'm off that. I'm saying that there's good. That's why I said good parents. There's people that have raised their kids, sent them to college, nigga. But just know, once you're 18 and come back with that degree, I'll see you on Christmas, nigga. Mommy got us to go. All right, I done planned this trip, man. Your daddy,
And
nigga,
they,
we on
and
the
you
road.
know what?
Y'all
Parents have that right.
especially if you're gonna make your kid independent to where you don't
If
have
they
to.
took care of you,
You know what I'm saying?
they set you up with everything, sent you to college and all that shit, nigga, they set you up for them to not to have to take care of you ever again.
But
They
it's a
want
thin
to
line.
be.
I'm not
There
talking
is-
about those providers that provided all that
Oh, okay.
and still have that mentality.
Right.
I'm talking about I've seen parents that at my age now I understand what they did. Like, oh, my aunt was like that with my cousin because she really didn't want to be bothered, nigga. Like, not in a bad way. Nigga, she living like she a single woman. She not in the sense of dating men, but she kicking it. She all over the world, hiking, doing all
Right.
type of shit. And it's like, yeah, nigga, these your problems. You fix it. You got a baby with that girl, nigga. Yeah, take care of it. Do it. I'm out.
Yeah, see, I can't
And
be
then you
that
have
type.
other
I can
parents-
be that type of parent.
Because you didn't have those
Like,
type of parents. You had parents that was hands on.
Yeah,
nigga, that-
like nigga.
we're
If I
fri-
had to
we're
right
friends
now,
with our parents,
if
is
I
what I'm
had to
saying.
right now, nigga, I could shut all this down and go move back with my mom, in 2 seconds, nigga. It wouldn't be a conversation.
Are you telling me?
There you go. Right. It wouldn't even be.
Who you talking to?
Well,
nigga?
yeah. Why are you even like? Come on. Like, why are we even having this? Why are you not here with your shit?
Nigga, if we had keep it, I'm gonna be 100. Both of our parents are. If it had to go that way, nigga, the only way we can do this show is living with one of them.
Oh,
we'd
nigga,
be
they
with one
wouldn't
of them.
give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know it.
Dialect Studio is
We're-
at my mom's house where
No,
he
I'm-
don't live.
I'm just saying, but it's cool because we can see that because we had that. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like, you know what fucked me up? Niggas that had what we had,
But hold on,
but are the
but hold on.
opposite.
But we're not gonna give him that belt because his mom did everything for this nigga.
No, I'm not on him.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
no, I
okay.
feel you.
I'm like, this nigga had correct parenting
Well,
in
no,
some
let's get back
sort.
to it because I was gonna say that my biggest gripe, dog, and I said this shit to my mother, man.
Nigga, she's let's hold on before you say that.
Go ahead, no, go ahead.
She's still in his life. She wasn't the one when he turned 18. He had to leave.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm saying no.
She's
Yeah,
still
see,
there. She's
so
still
yeah, he don't
mom.
got no excuses, bro.
No.
Like, but what I'm gonna say is this though, and this is where like cats that have to like live, because I know this from my own person. Like when my dad was around when I was younger, there was certain shit that I wasn't getting away with, right?
Right.
Like when we lived together. Like I make this joke and they all start laughing, but I remember my dad would come home, fam. I'm finding something to do, nigga. Like, and
Just so you're not
bro, and
center
pop
of attention.
easy target,
Everything
nigga.
got going on.
He's gonna see me lunching and figure something productive for me to do.
But you're the only dude too.
That's it. That's
You're the
that's
only
all
man.
it was.
You were the only
Nigga,
man.
he ain't have shit to say to my sister.
Nope.
It was all of that. Like, so even
because
if I was-
all that testosterone he
Bro.
wanted to empty on them.
And he used to do
he
this.
couldn't.
And he used to do this. He was
You-
big on this. And this is why I am the way I am. You're going to laugh at this. You're going to laugh at this. I couldn't go play ball outside with my friends unless I watched 30 minutes of the news. It's a Marine, nigga. It's a jarhead. You need to know about what's going on in the world, son. Like, that type of shit. So when I would see him coming, I'm like, yep, nope, I'm about to go upstairs because I'm going to go outside in a minute and I don't want to hear that shit. I remember, like, being a young teenager, nigga, and just my mom is like, it's different, nigga. Like, you can move with your mom a little different, right?
Nah, but you know, it wasn't even like that with my dad. My dad, he was a disciplinarian and shit.
Right.
And when it was trouble, he did his thing. But he always made sure he wasn't, because he wasn't a military dude.
Pops was cool.
He did his 4 years and like, I'm gone. This ain't my career.
No. That's how Pops was too. That's why they got a lot of similarities, because they both.
So he
almost
was
anti-military.
He was always worried about me being a kid, because he knew all the hardships and shit he had growing up and all the shit he went
makes
through.
sense. He was the oldest too.
And the moving between him, his mom and his dad,
and taking care of his siblings.
Right. So he made sure me and my brother, like, you
got to
be
do what
kids,
y'all do.
like,
Yeah, bro. No, listen to me, man.
and that's
This
huge,
is taken for
like,
granted. Cats take it for granted that, like,
stop making your fucking kids grow up so fast. Give them chores. Give them responsibilities.
You could play football really well, or you played ball really well, or you draw really well, or you can sing astronomically well. You're really good academically because you have the best
You're no
teachings.
longer a kid anymore.
No. I'm just saying. No, what I'm saying is what a lot of people forget is the sacrifices made by parents so you can have those talents and skills. Like, I take you and your brothers as an example. There's no way. When you have to imagine when a kid tells his parent he's gonna go to the NBA one day, he's gonna play basketball and be good at it. Like, yeah, okay, son, work hard. Hey, I'm gonna be a producer. Like, okay, son, that's cool. That's one parent. Okay, son, I think you can do it. You should listen to these records. That's another parent. But the parent that says, all right, well, son, we're gonna have to get this equipment.
Yeah, what do you need? That was my parents.
That's a total different parent, bro. I know that. That's a total different fucking parent. Hey, bro, it's a parent that say, oh, yeah, my son loves that basketball. And there's another parent that say, hey, son, it's this tournament, it's this camp, it's this woo, woo, woo. If we save up this, and this, and you don't go to this trip that you normally go to, we can get you there.
Nigga, my mom, nigga.
It's a difference, bro.
My mom and my dad, nigga. But more so my mother. My mother left at 15, nigga. Went to Job Corps. Went to work at a bank. Became a loan processor. Became a loan officer. Bringing home 5-figure checks. Nigga. And nigga, it was never, when it came to mine and my brother's talent or whatever we wanted to do, it was never a conversation.
No, I'm talking about honing it. See, now I know this because I've witnessed it. I know your mom. I've been around. Yeah. And as a young nigga, I've been in the studio. I done woke up on that couch, like, you know what I'm saying, on that little chair, with cups everywhere, nigga. Like, damn, how long I been here? You niggas just, I wake up to you niggas nodding your head and shit. Like, I'm out, man. Hey, bro, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, I'm out, my nigga. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I get that. I understand the difference. Dog, I've been to other family members' homes and friends' homes where it's like, nigga, if you can't, that's why your handle is weak. You can't dribble a ball around this motherfucker without getting cursed out.
I think, and that's probably
you feel what I'm saying?
That's one of the things I'm gonna miss most about my father is that nigga was one of my brother's #1 fan. Nigga.
Of course. Yeah, no, of course. Shit, of course, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know all about it, fam. I do. I know that.
And when we make it, the reason it'll just
it's a little bittersweet.
It is gonna lose. It's gonna have lost a lot of its shine, is because the #1 fan, the person that
you want to share with the
would have been there jumping up and down with us.
Now you in Kanye territory, bro.
And motherfucking. Like, oh my God, like I'm so proud of y'all. Like, I knew it. Like, the person that would have just been so fucking more juice than the niggas who signed the fucking deal.
Yeah, I know. The person that helped plant the seed,
right? Like, nigga,
and but
for him to not. I mean, in theory, whatever you believe, he'll get to see it.
I get it.
But for him to really not get to see it,
for him to not be in the physical form to see it,
for him to not see that pen hit paper. Or to see them checks hit the bank, or see that first royalty check,
or to see the aftermath of it all,
or to get the key to the car that I just bought you, or get the key to this house I just bought you.
But knowing Pops, it would have been that satisfaction wouldn't have came with all those things. In my opinion, it would have came with the, him not being one of our only fans.
No,
him
but
seeing
that would
the
have been
growth
my
of it.
satisfaction.
Yeah, that's your satisfaction. Yeah, I get
To
it.
be able to be like, me and Demond hand this nigga keys to shit. Like, nigga,
I know.
this
Yeah, I feel you. That's
or like, hey, pops.
I
nigga,
feel. I
hey,
dig
we
it.
going,
I could dig it, bro. No, I could
we
dig
going
it. Say
to the
less,
car,
bro.
We going to the car lot.
Yeah, no, I
Pick
could dig
whatever
it.
two
I could
you
dig
want,
it.
nigga. I don't care what the price is.
I could dig it. Yeah, no, just yeah, I could
my
dig
mom, my mom ain't that person.
it. No, right.
My mom gonna be geek. Don't get it twisted.
No, I feel what you're saying. It all makes sense.
She's gonna love the house that we buy,
It all
but
makes
mom
sense.
is gonna be like, I don't need this, and dad
Right.
will be the same way. But it's just
Dad, the player partner though,
Right.
nigga.
You
Nah,
know
no,
what I'm
not
saying?
Dad. You see these rollies we got, nigga? Come on,
Nigga,
like,
nigga.
I'm already knowing, nigga. Who you telling?
be able to-
Cause,
hey,
cause
Dad,
pops, you know, pops gonna be on the boat with a nigga. Like, you know,
Right.
pops, man, can sit back here and chill,
fucking
man.
button down,
Yeah,
all the
man,
way
with the
up
shirt
button,
out,
nigga,
go
just-
down, man,
nigga.
kick it. Hey, bro, I feel you.
rollies and all.
No, I feel you,
chains
bro.
and all
Hey, cause
types of
sometimes I
shit.
catch myself just thinking about that shit myself, and just it's funny because it starts off somber but ends like this. I'll just be kind of laughing, like, damn, nigga, like.
Cause I told my
It's
dad,
my
my dad
guy.
don't drink. I was like, the day that we get drunk together is the day I get that deal.
Right, right.
Where we pop them bottles. Nigga.
You remember what I told you? Me and Pops, I was already calling around. That's why I fell in love with dude so much. I was like, damn, man, I needed these, man. I just got these right after my Pops. He just missed it because he told me, he's like, all through Nam, they was trying to do it. He wanted, this was the plan. We was going to drop one, you know what I'm saying? And we was going, not same time, but
You
just
had no
separately.
blunts, huh?
Nah. Fuck. Whatchamacallit, nigga? We was going, you know, eat a handful, man, and go kick it. Go to the beach and shit. Go down to Venice and shit. And that shit sucks, bro. Like, so I get it. I get that feeling of like it's almost
Or like when Always Talking Shit show blows up. Like if our dads were here. Think
No, I
about
know.
that celebration, nigga.
Fam, you know what's crazy?
Fellas, nigga.
Let me tell you something that's
Like-
ill. Let me tell you something that's ill. My pops have basically been pushing me to do something similar to this for years, like without telling me that. And it wasn't until I started figuring out this is what I wanted to do, and we was like, man, yo, Dre, you know, we got to get this popping. Well, it was somber in the beginning, bro, because I would think about that. I wouldn't bring it up, but I would bring it. I would think about it. I would be walking into your house at the old crib. Right when I get past the garage, it would hit me like, damn, Pop's never seen one of these. He'd have been in the comments
Right.
or something. Or maybe not. No, he wouldn't have been in the comments because he wasn't going to be on Facebook. But he would have definitely like figured out a way. Like he'd have probably I'd have showed him the YouTube shit, nigga. This cat used to be proud of anything a nigga did. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just mad because the thing I'm mad most is the gems that we miss.
Hell
having
yeah.
my dad on this motherfucker.
Both of them, bro. If I could have put a mic on any one of them niggas, man, and sat down for a minute, and we got some shit with Pops, and we got to go dig that up and make sure we got that and keep that right. You feel me? We got, because I'm glad we got that. But shit, yeah, man. Like these niggas don't know watching this show. They're like, Pops right there. You know what I'm saying? Pops right here. He in the mix, nigga. He hearing shit. He fucking with. He laughing at shit. You know what I'm saying? So I could dig it, bro. I could dig it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, man, it's a bittersweet thing, bro. But it's motivating. I'll tell you that. It's motivating, man. I'll tell you that. We will get to it, man. Yeah. Seen this little live with academics, bro, and this nigga was going in on TMZ. Now, let me preface this by saying I was kind of like, damn, Act kind of tripping. Because it seemed like Act was kind of participating in the character assassination of Ye, right? And he was. But he was not. And this is one of the things I like about that kid, man. Act said, you know, I thought about it and I realized, like, reached out, you know, TMZ, they be hitting me up for certain shit. Like, Act, who's this? How do you know this? Culture vulturing. And he was like, you know, and I respected their platform and I always felt like, you know, one hand washes the other. That's what everybody says. So I was keeping it as good business. He said, but then I realized they're mad at Ye because he only deals with Hollywood, whatever it's called. Not Access Hollywood. But
Hollywood Insider.
It's Jason Lee shit.
It starts with a W.
It's
right?
Hollywood something. Or something Hollywood. Hollywood's in that motherfucker. So no disrespect, Jason Lee. Shout out to you, bro. You're doing big things, brother. It's not trying, no shade over here. We're not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Hollywood Unlocked?
It might.
See, I don't want to.
I'm about to look it up so we
right,
can shout you
because I
out
think that's
properly,
it.
right?
But I don't want to scream it out to be somebody else's shit and like
we-
and not his shit. I only want to holler at his, like, shout his shit out. But yeah, man. Basically, TMZ is upset about that because they can't get no rhythm with him. But guess what? Allegedly, he's saying that, like, per his sources, TMZ has a years working relationship with the Kardashians.
Hollywood Unlocked.
Hollywood Unlocked. Okay, word. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. He's doing his thing. So he has a relationship with Kanye. He's got an exclusive interview lined up, all these things. And so
it's the same relationship that Kanye has with Charlamagne.
Right. And they see that going up though. But see, Charlamagne that's not an independent
that
situation.
belongs to iHeart.
And so iHeart, for all we know, iHeart is paying the hell out of TMZ.
Right.
They're probably
hold
cool
on. Is Charlamagne's solo thing controlled by iHeart?
Yeah. Not controlled, but they're all ventured through him.
Are you sure?
iHeart.
So that interview that they did at the Wyoming Ranch, that was through iHeart. I'm talking about
in one way, shape, form, another. Okay. I think iHeart has
a part of it.
Is a partner of it. I'm sure he might have editorial, like,
he probably has all creative control,
right,
editorial,
yeah. but they still
there's some
they can nick some shit.
Is in there
they can nick some shit.
Yeah.
So that being said, what Axe theory is that, it's a little get back here, and see, this one thing, he brung receipts. So first he apologized to the people, like, yo, man, I got caught up in this and I wasn't really being not blindly, just kind of manipulated. And it's like, I'm just on the side of fairness and being honest. I love Ye, and he's like, and if I had to pick a side, I'm always choosing Ye over Pete Davidson and fucking Kim Kardashian. He said, but nah, this ain't right. He's like, because I'm hearing this shit, and I'm like, man, yo, if Ye is really spreading these rumors, and if Ye is stalking and doing all this, come on, Ye, you Ye. That's a bad look. Everybody's gonna agree with that. But that's not quite the tale that's really happened. And that's why when you see Ye had the little drama about his child's birthday party and he got to go, he didn't make it note. You know how he's a get back type king. He ain't popped back. He was like, man, I'm glad I was able to go. But the thing is, Kim was there with Pete and was just like, oh, I don't want him here because it's going to be awkward. I'm going to feel weird.
That's not about you.
It's just not about you. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to, like, shout out to Travis Scott, because if it's allegedly true that he's the one that was like, oh, fuck this. Beep, 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 beep. And shout out to Kris Jenner, the mom's boyfriend, because allegedly we over here. Here go daddy. They tripping. Because these people that's been around him and his kids know, like, oh, this nigga's like, he's the nurturing one.
Right.
Now, this makes sense to me. I'm not trying to be culturally biased, but if you told me that Kanye, Kim Kardashian, now I know society and the world would be like, oh, she's the mother, she's the nurturing one, she's the one that she's had a baby, oh, you go. I guarantee you Kanye changed more diapers than Kim.
Oh, for sure.
I guarantee you if them kids need some shoes
nannies,
or want something, and that's what he was saying on Nori. He was like, yo, I'm in a constant battle of, like, I don't want nannies to raise my child. And when you got a wife that's all about the look, hey, that daddy mom shit ain't cool. Kim didn't like the fact that I don't think she kind of was feeling the fact that, okay, Kanye kind of brought that dad shit back popping, got it popping, and he was referring to, got some mom genes and shit. Like, I don't think Kim is ready to be that.
Right.
And if you look at her mom, I don't think that that's kind of the mode of motherhood that they rock with. I don't think they're like the moms we just described, bro. That's not them.
Right.
I'm not saying they won't do anything for their kids, but I think that, like, mommy time is important over there. Mm-hmm. Mommy's looking good is important over there. Now, I'm not saying the kids ain't gonna be looking good.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not here to judge or but when you look at the two cultures colliding, and you look at who Donda West was as a parent and who she was as a woman, the nurturing figure she was, it just kind of makes sense that Now, I thought that maybe Kim was different than what we thought she was. Like, maybe she was, like, really family oriented outside of the limelight. But it don't appear to be that. And I'm not going to be one of these cats that just listen to what or TMZ and the Kardashians say about Kanye. When Kanye say some shit, bro, like, he ain't a liar.
No.
When do we know Kanye to be a liar,
Kanye's a
bro?
private ass nigga until he has something real to say.
But when have we known him to be a liar? And when he goes on his rants and shit,
It's never bullshit.
it's never really a lie.
Right.
That's one thing we can say.
You might
like,
have some
you
far-fetched shit.
You might not have said it this way, and you might be reaching over here.
Right,
we might
yeah,
feel
that's
like,
it.
damn,
He'll be
Kanye.
reaching in
I
a
don't
couple
know if they
spots,
doing all
right.
this to get back at you, but
there'll be
we
some
don't
shit
know
that-
really.
There'll be some shit in there.
But he
you be
gonna
like-
drop
you
some
be like,
facts.
hey, this other shit though, you be like, this
And
shit.
a lot of shit, if you pay attention, it grows. Like he'll say some shit that seem wild, but then like 5, 2, 3, 4 years later, you'll be like, it's common knowledge now. Like nigga, oh yeah, nigga, like they really do be playing with the artists, nigga, with the video nominations and shit like that. Like that's really a thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where these award shows are taking hits now because of the shit.
Always have been.
You know what I'm saying? But now you just got somebody that's not fearful of losing it to tell you that. Usually cats do that when they're not getting those Grammys no more.
Right.
Not
Yeah,
at the
he's
height
had
of
the
them.
Grammy, right.
Shit at the height of the Grammys. Nigga like, man, these motherfuckers is bugged. Like, they play with us. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so, when you look at all that, I had tweeted, because nigga, I'm going to let you hear it offline, dog. It's this shit that Kanye and Game was cooking up in the studio. I sent it to you. Game's verse, they only play a snippet of Game's verse. It's so foul. Because you know Cam used to fuck with the Kardashians.
That's an old song.
Oh, that's old?
That's an old song.
Well, nigga, this is the thing, though. This is why they was putting it out there like they working on some new shit. I think they took the most disrespectful part of that song and made it a hook. The one where he said, nigga, I should apologize to Ye. That's my folks, nigga. Yeah, nigga, I think that's the hook. Because you know why I know that there's still something new about this song? Because even when I sent it to D was like, no, that's old, Keem. Because I had never heard that song.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, cool. But then I sent it back and I was like, nigga, why is Kanye, this is Kanye today, 2020.
Listening to it, yeah.
And why is, that's Game with the cornrows, nigga. Like,
They're probably just listening to an old song talking shit about her. Like fuck you, bitch.
yeah, but I don't think that when you talking about the mastermind that is Kanye and the spike, Kanye is King Spicy, bro, like King Petty. I don't think they going at that easy.
I mean, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
But you know what got me? You know who's executive producers in that album?
Who?
Future. Think about why. Because I had that same face. Think about why. The misogyny.
Shit.
The misogyny. The motherfucking like the bitches ain't shit lyrics, nigga. The I don't fuck with these hoes type nigga like persona. Like that's
Somebody
Future.
that ain't gonna tell Kanye, this ain't really you, bro.
Right.
It's gonna be a nigga like, hey, nigga.
We going in on these hoes. That's what that is.
Matter of fact, hey, rhyme that with suck your dick.
Right.
You know?
Can you harmonize the bitch ain't shit part a little bit more? Like that's gonna be the type of energy with Kanye production. That might be crazy. And people are like, oh, I don't think he's gonna go that hard because he's naming it down to 2. I'm like, bro, you gotta understand when you're talking about a man and his mother, and she's not here on this physical form. He knows he can't hide none of himself from her.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, nigga. He don't get shit. Donda can't save you, niggas.
Mama can't say.
So I say this though, like I think that the Kardashians may have met their match.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye is ill, bro, and I don't mean in like a sickly way. I mean like hip hop ill. And if you think that like you're not gonna outshine him with no talent, you're not gonna outshine him dating Pete Davidson. Like yeah, everybody get their jokes off now, but you see,
your interview doesn't hold as much weight as his interview.
And
anytime he
and watch
down
these
and
brands
shows his
that
face
like
on
live in the
TV
hip hop
and
space.
all this shit,
Watch
bro.
these high end hip hop brands. Like they don't call themselves that, but we know there's Giuseppe and all these other people that love Kim. Right? They'll still be sending care packages. Don't give me no doubt. But don't think you're gonna be able to pick lines and shit like you was doing while being Kanye's wife. Don't think that a lot of that fly shit you was getting and thinking it's because you were a Kardashian.
Nah,
But no, a lot of that shit was because you was with Kanye, my nigga. Like. You don't look as cool without Kanye because he cared enough to make you look cool.
Right.
He was into that type of shit. Nigga picked out your outfits. He did all this.
You didn't look cool with none of the rest of them niggas.
Right. To hip hop before Kanye, you was a thotty, and like once Kanye disassociates from you,
you're
just gonna be a thotty,
right.
and now you're a thotty that don't even mess with hip hop heads. So why would the culture that you make most of your money like poaching off of, why would it pay you any and he never mind.
Yeah.
And you can do all the little interviews you want, and you can pay TMZ to post all these little bad stories. You know what I'm saying? Because he put it side by side about how they just start instantly posting favorable stuff about Pete and Kanye and crazy shit about Kanye. Like, oh, he's crazy. He's doing this. He's stalking him. He's doing it. Like,
all Kanye gotta do is
like
go on the Breakfast
they
Club
both
right
agreed
now.
on him buying the house to the next door. Like, she was a part of that. Like, suggested like, yo, this house is open. Like, you should grab this so that way the girls, you know, boo, the kids, we don't have to do it. Oh yeah, you know that's bad. Nigga, I'm worth 9.5 B. 9.5 billion. The fuck is a house next door to my ex-wife or estranged wife? He just got on one of the hottest podcasts and told you, I don't even own a home no more. I let Kim have a big house. I ain't even make her go through all that. You want it? Yeah, you can have it. But it's for the kids, right? Okay, yeah, bet. I just live in my suitcase. He's like, and I got enough dope friends, nigga, that are wealthy,
Let me
nigga,
sleep on, nigga.
wherever city
Or
I need
the
to be
house
in,
that they own.
they'll just give me one of their houses, nigga, to stay in while I'm in town or something like rich nigga shit. Extremely rich dude shit. Yeah. It's just different. It's like you said on that record, nigga, I'm having the best divorce ever. Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, too rich to be stressed, nigga. We know, man. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. But I think they fucked up with all that because, you know, they said that boy had beefed up his security, Pete Davidson. Like, nigga, Kanye, boy, gonna catch you, boy. I don't care who you are. All men are like that. A lot of men are like that, at least. Like, oh, bro, you want to be at my house around my kids with my wife when the papers ain't signed? You might get your ass whooped. Or he might drop a bag on you to get your little ass whooped or something. So you don't have to sue him. But we'll see. Niggas be talking all that gangster rap shit. Nigga, Kanye one of the few rappers I done seen beat up somebody. Let me see. Did it come back to you yet?
Shit gone.
I was talking to Shorty about the importance of picking the right type of female to bear your children. Now, we were just talking about some shit, right? Boom, boom, boom. And I was just like, yeah, that's something my mom kind of put me on too early, that I realized a lot of my male counterparts and friends and shit wasn't peeping. Like, you niggas be thinking in the moment, like, oh, Shorty bad, we cool, we rocking. You put your, like, upbringing on her, like, oh, you know, they gonna be cool, right? And I'm sure it goes both ways, right? And when she was talking about that, and she was just like, yeah, and then, you know, what happens when it's, like, not a motherly woman?
Right.
I was like, the drama kicks in. You know what I'm saying? The drama kicks in. I was like, because a few dudes I've had a conversation with about that, when I brung up that my mother used to put that in my head a lot. Like, you know, you like that girl, but you want her to be your son's mother? You want her to be your daughter's mother? And I was like, damn. And at first I thought mine was bugging, but like it made me naturally start looking at, I'll get in an argument with Shorty. Like we'll start fighting, she'll do something crazy to my stuff or cry and do something wild. And I'll be like, nigga, I know we young and all that shit, but I'm like, nigga, I don't know if I want you to be my son's mom. You the type to go fuck somebody to make me mad. And now, nigga, you my son's mom out here thotting. Like,
Embarrassing my son.
I'm looking at you and be like, somebody gonna have you on tape. It just made me look at a lot of females that I messed with, even when I was rocking with them and shit was cool, differently. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Shit, I might have fucked off something that I probably could have worked something out with. Who knows? But there is females where I think back and I'm like, maybe that's why I wasn't really just into her. And then we're getting older now. Some of these females are mothers. Some of them have children.
And you see how they are as a mother.
And I'll just say this.
Firsthand.
I'll say this, bro. Like, I'm cool with my decisions. I'm not saying every female that I dated or messed with fell into this category. There's a few. I got like a couple ex-females and stuff, and they're great mothers. They're beautiful mothers. You can see it. Like, and I kind of probably already knew they was gonna be that way.
Mm-hmm.
But It's just like men. Shorty tell old boy niggas she pregnant, and some of them niggas lose their rocker, boy. Like, they can't do nothing. Like, right. They like, I'm out of here.
Like, motherfuckers having kids with. So we've had the conversation about my son's mom. This bitch is about to be all bad for her, so I filed my taxes for the last 3 years.
Oh, yeah, you told me.
So I had to mail that shit in. And basically tell her this bitch has been
lying
him when court orders she's not supposed to.
And now she don't even got
fucking
him.
up my taxes and getting all this fucking extra money she was getting for him. So, bruh, she finna have to cash the fuck out to the IRS. And then this shit coming to me. Motherfuckers like... I just don't understand people's like thought process on certain things sometimes, like especially with like IRS and tax money.
You can't win.
They don't play.
If you're a certain caliber of human, you can't win. The only people that don't got to pay taxes are billionaires.
Right.
It's just the way it is, fam. Even these niggas getting hundreds of millions, niggas like entertaining us and innovating the world, they gotta come break bread with Sam.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, there's that old money that's been passed on.
It's just crazy to me that what did you think was gonna happen when I finally go to file my taxes for the last couple of years? Because I file my taxes every like few years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what did you think I was gonna do? Just be like, fuck it. I don't need none of that. You take, bitch. I don't even like you. First and foremost.
Yeah, fam. You don't get nothing. What makes you think she ain't think she know? It's either do that scumbag shit or get nothing. And she knows that. And she's already exercised herself as a type that, you know, lives like that.
And what's like bad is like she's pregnant right now. She's probably about to give birth in like June, I think, is when she's due.
That's why she did it.
Just got their car repossessed. So that's the other reason why she claimed him again. Is because, like, bitch, you're scrambling to try and get y'all a little beat-up-ass car to get to and from work. A little $1,200 Ocket.
Yeah,
but
a
it's
little
like,
A and B joint.
Now, bitch, you got to figure out how to pay back the IRS.
Hey, man. More power to her. You know what I mean? Because you tried to.
Me. I'm going to get my money regardless. IRS going to send me mine. As soon as they get that paperwork and square it all the way, they gonna send me my bread.
All that and little Jalen straight.
Like, so what are you gonna do? If she ain't came, man. It's like, this is the mind blowing part of it. Is like, I hit her. I'm like, so you know I'm about to go and file my shit to IRS and tell them that you've been fraudulently claiming our son, right? And she's like, well, I don't know why you want to go and do all that. I was going to give you $1,000 out of it anyway. I said, bitch.
You don't get to dictate
I'm
none of
getting $9,000 back. So essentially I was like, either you come with my $9,000, I was like, I'm going to them. And she's like, well, I'm not getting that much back. I was like, cool, I'm sending it to him. And then she's like, oh, you know, you took my son and, oh, you want to take care of him after all these years. Like, bitch, you were living. This bitch is so fucking delusional, my nigga.
Yeah, that's not what happened.
So fucking delusional. But, like, she ain't came and got him for a break. She ain't sent the nigga a birthday present, Christmas present, a birthday or Christmas card. This nigga got to call her to have a conversation with her. Mind you, this nigga has a cell phone.
I mean, like she got to holler at you first.
No.
I know.
Nigga has his own phone.
She foul, man. That's foul.
But had the nerve to try and get the tax money. The fucking mitigated gall of this bitch. But like you said, you really should do. I wish I'd blessed me for my son. I wouldn't change it.
Right. No, of course not.
But you gotta fucking watch what you had children with.
Fam, sometimes you gotta look at like Shorty's family dynamic. Like,
Her family's fucked up.
and it's the thing, yo. Like,
Mom and dad, like,
the thing that sucks is like it don't even mean 100%. I've seen niggas that come from good family, bro, be shitty fathers. It's selfish.
that bitch is mad selfish.
That's what it comes down
It's
to,
just,
bro.
it's ridiculous.
selfish
Like
behavior,
how
bro.
fucking selfish this person is. Like,
Hey, you selfish, man. You know, you're not trying to.
but it's cool because it's like, now, bitch, I hope you learn a lesson of what your selfishness will get you in life. Because you owe about $6,000 to the IRS.
And they not playing.
They coming for all that.
You ain't getting the thing that sucks.
They don't
for
just
her,
come for a piece.
You're not gonna get no assistance that you need. Owing them that money.
Yeah. You don't get no type of...
All that wick and all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what you talking about? You better run us our money. It's Uncle Sam them, nigga. They ain't playing. You know, fuck who you are.
And they come for your check, your bank account.
get
They
anything
come
that you got.
For whatever.
Don't get a car.
Oh, yeah.
We can. They be like, oh, we can flip that at the auction. Grab that. Don't have a vase in there, nigga. That's a family heirloom, nigga. That got it praised for something.
Flip that.
We need that.
Jewelry on your
Don't have
hands.
no. I was about to say, don't have no rings.
Flip
and shit,
all
nigga.
that.
Like, hey, hold on, man. Come here. We said, nigga. I seen this
They
Mexican.
don't have no third party. Don't have no Jordans or shit
No.
that's worth money. They come
Bro,
for those.
I seen this Mexican comedian once. He was from Mississippi. Nigga was hilarious. Nigga said, yeah, man, when I was, growing up, man, he was like, we was poor, bro. Like, I don't think y'all understand. He's like, they cut the fucking lights off and shit. That's regular. But one day, man, my pops and them light some candles and shit. We got fucking candles everywhere. I'm like, this ain't that bad, Hector. He's like, motherfucking white dude jump over the fence, open the gate, and blow all that shit out. And it's like, hey, we said no light. Nigga, I start, dog, when he said that shit, fam, I'm gonna find it and send it to you, nigga. It's one of the greatest stand-ups ever, bro.
He jumped over the wall and said,
That motherfucker came in the house and blew the, said, hey, we said no lights, nigga. It's like on that type of time, like, nah, nigga, no lights, nigga. Fuck you in here. I've seen it illuminating this bitch, nigga. Hold on. What you got? You got a little, nah, nigga, no matches, no candles, nigga. No light. Pay that bill, nigga. No lights, nigga. Bro, when I heard that shit, I was weak because I know it's an exaggerated, made-up story, but that's how America feels to, like, poor people or people that's on that cusp of, like, you know how many motherfuckers is one paycheck missed away from being poor? Or from being,
do you know
like,
how many
like,
motherfuckers
below the
is
poverty
one
line?
day of work missed?
Right.
From
like, you got a
missing
job,
rent.
but, nigga, this month your ass extra poor because you got sick one day, nigga. Like, and you better hope they give you that extra little extension. Come
Because
on,
it's
fam.
bad. Like,
Come on, fam. And it's the most selfish shit. Is because it's like people that don't experience that. Like, I heard somebody I respect, think highly of, in the medical field, literally complaining one time about some fast food workers going on strike for higher paid wages. And the argument was like, oh, they don't deserve that because I went to school and had to accumulate debt and do all this and woo woo woo. So they could have done it too. And that's the most asinine
so
statement
because they
ever.
were smarter than you to not go into fucking massive fucking student loan debt and get a job and making money
and now
immediately.
they're trying to get up to like 17 an hour, and you probably started off making 35 or 40.
Right, bitch. You're not even in the same fucking ballpark.
Right. So my thing is this though. The dignity that comes with you being in the medical field,
The entitlement.
all those things that you're going to benefit because of the sacrifices you were making and because the opportunities you were given. See, a lot of people think sacrifice, hey man, it's a nigga that shoots 1,000 jumpers a day. He's nowhere near the NBA or a Division I scholarship. He don't have those opportunities. Don't talk to me about hard work and sacrifice because none of that shit means anything if you don't have realistic opportunities. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can go sing your ass off. If all labels aside, we're not listening to Doc on.
Right, I've been rapping since I was 14.
I'm saying, if niggas decide they ain't listening to you and they shut you out, what you gonna do then? That's what we're talking about, systemic shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's it goes to show you, fam, like, there's no blueprint. There's a billion ways to make it in this scavenger hunt called America, nigga.
Fucking rat race that we
The
live
rat
in.
race we live in, fam. Remember that movie?
The rat
That shit was hard.
nigga. Hey, you know, I was like 4 or 5 days ago, years old, when I realized Cuba Gooding Jr. and Omar Gooding are brothers.
You know who their dad is, right? The dad
Cuba
was
Gooding Sr., the singer.
yeah. Oh, was he a singer? I thought he was a boxer or something like that. No, he's a singer.
He was a jazz singer
Yeah.
or some shit. But yeah, I did not know. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's his
could have
brother.
associated.
As soon as you
because
look
of the
at him, you be
last
like,
name.
oh,
They
okay,
look
yeah,
the
that makes sense.
exact
Yeah, no, yeah, that's
same.
facts.
I'm like, oh yeah, they
Yeah.
are brothers. So
They brothers for sure. For sure. Hey, man, tell you off camera, I'll tell you, nigga, Cuba Gooding Jr. story.
Demond has a couple.
Nigga, Mingo how you weak, nigga. Mingo how you weak talking about that nigga. Like, man, Mingo was like, yo, this nigga's a real nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just hella funny.
Yeah,
like,
real
like,
nigga for
Yeah,
sure.
bro, yeah, it's Cuba, bro.
Niggas
Don't get it fucked up.
forget boys in the hood.
No, but you know what it is, though? It's when you begin to, like, show yourself in articulation. Like, if you can articulate well, sometimes in today's term, like, these young niggas, they kind of put you into something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, it was a certain era where that was gangster. Mm-hmm. If you look at the gangster niggas, like, they're always articulate, bro. They can all, like, speak well. And
Look
it
at
was
Bumpy Johnson.
I'm just saying, look,
Frank Lucas.
even gangster rappers. I'm not even going. You going to real gangster? I'm just talking about gangster persona back then.
Yeah. Big L.
Big L, Hove, Biggie, Pac, Nas, Rakim, all the Wu-Tang. Like, I'm talking about niggas that can just, you could put a mic in their face and they can articulate an issue, like, you know, a feeling, a thought. Like, this is what I feel about this. This is why I made this song. This is where I was coming from. Nowadays, in this, like, Lil Uzi Vert era, niggas,
Push me until the edge.
No, what do
all
you,
my friends are dead.
what do you mean you don't like doing interviews? Hey, yo, what do you mean you're shy so you don't want to do no media? What do you mean? You just want to drop your album?
Right.
And it works for these kids because guess what, though? This is where they're genius.
media.
No, all these kids are antisocial.
Oh, yeah. My dog, right.
The most popular kids are all kind of like, all these kids is a little goth. All these kids is a little like emo.
Right.
They done took all those little social genres that we had, shook that shit up, nigga, and just threw that shit out. Because guess what? An emo kid will blow your cap back now, nigga. A nigga will shoot you in the face. NBA Youngboy is emo.
Very, yeah.
And now that since he got out of jail, he done showed you niggas his little goth ways. You see when he painted his face, nigga did the Marilyn Manson. Niggas been painting their nails, G. What are you talking about?
Right.
And one of these niggas will push your wig back. Go in a time machine when we was coming up, nigga. We wouldn't know what the shit was going on. You'd be talking crazy to the most psychoest killer, nigga. King Von in the '90s, niggas would have tried to pick on him.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Kids would have been clowning, oh, this little nigga, bro. Well, what kind of nigga is you? That's he's a serial killer, nigga. Mm-hmm. He don't look like no serial killer. Dog, we used to laugh about it when it first started happening. It was like, man, what are these little niggas trying to talk gangster in skinny jeans?
Right, yeah, for real. That was the consensus of skinny jeans.
Gangsters wear skinny jeans, nigga, now.
Yeah.
So, I'll be telling my man, like, we go back to high school, you wouldn't know what a jock is. A white boy would skate past you on a fucking skateboard
and be the
nigga,
fucking star quarterback.
And be the star quarterback or point guard, nigga, dunking on niggas going for 30 or some shit like that. Like,
fucking
this,
best pitcher
all
in the
this shit
state.
is just different now, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the rap crowd ain't necessarily always the coolest crowd no more. Like, they ain't all fitted over there and got gear. Nope. Hey, those little bummy ass kids that look nerdy as shit, nigga, they all got bars.
Them logics and shit.
And the whole school come when they start spitting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different, bro. It's different. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying what's better or worse.
Nah, like,
it's just something that's funny.
It's just what it is.
I remember
now.
last time I was up at my old alma mater, man, like, I forgot where I was there, but it was like in a work capacity when I was working at the group home. I remember, and this is some years now, like, bro, I remember just a lesbian couple just on the locker making out. And 2 boys walked past me holding hands.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, that's crazy. Same main hall me and my niggas used to roast anything moving. Bro, if you step foot in this hallway, any direction walking past us, nigga, while
You was
on
a
nutrition
victim.
break, nigga, in between class, we are
You're a
roasting you, fam.
He's a victim.
I remember how cats used to chase these two so-called lesbian girls around just to wait to see them kiss. I'd be like, oh, nigga, they kiss, yo. I'm like, bro, nowadays,
We were so childish.
and niggas want to act like we were so grown.
We
Like,
were so childish.
these kids today deal with way more issues and
Dog,
more complex issues
mental health.
than we ever did.
Mental health is way more of a problem than it was when we were kids.
Yeah, because they ignored it for us.
For real.
The crazy kid was the killer. Or so-and-so was just kind of crazy.
Just
Like,
badass kids.
or yeah, nigga just, oh, you know so-and-so a little crazy, nigga.
Badass.
But you was the homie. You know what I'm saying? You just have to make it through life being crazy, doing shit that you was doing, and hopefully, nigga, you be all right. It wasn't all that extra shit. They ain't specializing like that, fam. They wasn't doing that.
Nigga, mental health is way more problematic now, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, they got different brands of the shit. Shit, that shit's crazy, bro. Like, just the way things have changed. Like, fashion. Rappers done killed fashion. Because all the oldest rappers are the flyest niggas still.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact. Griselda came and took the world, like, by doing 90s shit.
Right.
And now they done developed the sound to where it sounded like some 90s in the 2022 era shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Shit, I'm good on the docket, though. You got anything else you want to run through?
I still never remember what I wanted to talk
I was
about.
trying to hang out, nigga, until you figured it out. It was something I kind of wanted to say, too, but I can't remember. But it's good, nigga. We got more shows. I'll bring it back.
And that's another episode of the
Always Talking Shit show. Podcast.
I'm your host, Talkin.
It's your boy King Magic, man. And we out of
You
here.
decided to change your name.
I didn't. I just went with my natural name. Nigga. Just I don't be going with like only a few friends. You know what I'm saying? Have always called me, referred to me as sincere, and it's just like I don't know. One day it was on the same topic, and I was talking to my mother, and I was talking to my sister, then I was talking to my cousin. And I was just like, bro, and it was all hitting the same thing. It was like, man, niggas don't just be honoring they shit no more. Like, I remember we used to do that heavy.
Right.
You know, whether you was flagging your T-shirt, bombing your hat, nigga, just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, well, they really just gonna make us all clones of each other.
Well, we gonna get the fuck out of
Got
here.
on that.
We'll see you next week. As usual, it's fuck how you feel.
Deuces.
And we out this bitch.
Hey,
You
check out
always
all our
talking
social
shit,
medias,
Sean.
man. All of them. We got all of them.
Soon to be on TikTok. Look out for that shit.
We're on TikTok. Come fuck with us.